What's up? It's Uncle Hammy here, and I got some BERTA Twinkies coming at you. This is my take on the Texas Twinkies, so please follow, like, subscribe. This guy right here, that's me. I know what you're thinking. Wow, he's good looking. Well, you're right. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is slice a T into these jalapeños. This is so you can get the seeds out and get all the stuffing in. For the love of everything holy, please wear gloves. You're going to inadvertently touch your eyes at some point if you're not wearing gloves, and you're going to be in a world of hurt for, I don't know, a couple hours at least. It's not a good time. So the difference between the Texas Twinkie and the BERTA Twinkie, the Texas Twinkie is just brisket. So this one, I am doing elk jalapeno cheddar sausage stuffed Twinkies and deer steak Twinkies. Now that your mountain of spicy little green bastards are all T-sliced, you get your spoon in there and start scooping out all those seeds and membrane. Now, you can hang on to these seeds and add them to your mix if you got some crazy people in your family that, you know, just love the heat. Well then, yeah, put that shit in the mix. There you go, and it'll look just like that. Wide open, ready for some cheese and meat. Now get all that delicious meat out that you plan on putting in these Twinkies and chop it up into little pieces. So what I did here is I got the elk jalapeno cheddar sausages, I got deer steak that I had smoked and then reverse seared, and then I have the leftover brisket. I'm going to be putting everything that you need in the description of this video. Now just remember that all the ingredients that I have listed is going to make you like 75 Texas Twinkies, which is great, but it might be too much for you. So just make sure that you reduce this recipe accordingly. Let's take a second to admire the cheese in that sausage. Like, what a great fucking job they did. Anyways, when you go to chop all this shit up, just make sure that you're cutting it into small enough pieces that you can get it into the Twinkies. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna sneak a quick little taste here. Oh, no. So here's that whitetail deer I was telling you about. I smoked this to an internal temp of 135, brought it inside, threw it in the cast iron pan for about a minute aside, then let it cool down. I don't know about you, but I could probably just sit there and eat everything on the cutting board just the way that it is. It looks fucking good. Now it's time for the filling. So we're going to put 1.5 cups of cheese into each bowl and then 1 pound of cream cheese in each one. Now, we took this cream cheese out and let it soften on the counter for a few hours beforehand, so make sure you don't skip that step. You can use a spoon or whatever to mix it, but your hands work the best. It's just the way it is. In each batch of filling, you're going to want to use the spices that you used on the meat. For the sausage, I had to use Lambert's Sweet Rub of Mine. Great choice, delicious. I used High Mountain Venison Rub for the deer steak, and then I used my own blend for the brisket. I'm not going to lie to you, this is a lot of work. So it was pretty tedious T-slicing all the jalapenos and taking the guts out. It's almost even more tedious putting all this filling in, but it's going to be well worth it. So just do what I'm doing here. Set them aside. We're going to wrap them in bacon in a minute. Oh, fuck yeah. It says it right there on the screen. Doesn't that look awesome? Fill that thing up full. Don't even let those seams touch. You want that fucking thing jammed. Now you can use thin sliced bacon or thick sliced bacon. If you use thick, you're just going to have to cook it a bit longer and probably leave it under the broiler for a few extra minutes. I love bacon, so I use thick cut. And, you know, they turned out amazing. You see here in the fucking videos. That's right, wrap them up in their little bacon blankets, keep them warm. We're going outside and we're going to throw them on the smoker. Now make sure you got a drip pan underneath these to catch, because that bacon might cause a flare-up. Smoke them at 225 for an hour and then brush them with your favorite barbecue sauce. Close the lid for about another 15 minutes to a half hour and then bring them inside and throw them underneath the broiler for about 5 minutes. That's going to crisp up the bacon a bit and make that barbecue sauce perfectly caramelized. Voila, that's it. Dive in. Try not to eat them all, or fucking eat them all, I don't care. They're delicious. The barbecue sauce that I use, I made out of moonshine cherry, so stay tuned because I'm going to post that recipe. It's off the charts. Alright, 1 of 3 fucking Texas Twinkies. We got the, 1 Texas Twinkie, 2 BERTA Twinkies. This is the elk jalapeno cheddar sausage. We made the moonshine cherry barbecue sauce, brushed it, broiled. Down the hatch. Oh, it's so good. Here we go. Big old chunk of sausage in there. Oh, the spicy's got some kick on the back end. Excellent.